Hey yo, what's up, my beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Sonal Show, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what are we gonna be seeing today? Well, today we are gonna be seeing the top 5 advantages of owning an Ather scooter compared to that of its rival brands, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what are the rival brands, and should you even consider buying the rival brands in terms of Ather? Well, we are gonna be seeing all that in today's video, ladies and gentlemen. So, without any further ado, let's roll the intro, shall we?
I grew up in a place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on.
So, ladies and gentlemen, before starting off the video with the top 5 advantages of owning an Ather scooter, first you need to know what are the rival brands that are, respectively in the addition of EV motorcycles in general, ladies and gentlemen. So, first off, you need to categorize into two sections. Obviously, there's going to be motorcycles as well as mopeds, ladies and gentlemen. So, as of right now, motorcycles, there's been no, drastic improvements or something good about a brand to talk about. You might have heard about the company called as Piranha, which is also doing some kind of an electric motorcycle in the brand, as well as the other company. I forgot the name. I'll put it on the display right now. The Revolt, yes, the company owned by Mahindra as well as Tata. Well, these two companies are the ones that provide motorcycles in an EV segment, but that two companies are also not that much to talk about. Well, future videos on that coming sooner than you think, ladies and gentlemen. But today we are going to be focusing on the mopeds, ladies and gentlemen. So, on the moped market, you might have seen it on the the roads where you live. You might have seen a lot of newer models of the Ola S1 Pro, which is the rival to the Ather, and the next one is going to be the Bajaj Chetak. And the third one is going to be the TVS iQube, ladies and gentlemen, specifically the TVS iQube. So these are the three rival brands and the models of the mopeds that are in line with the Ather. So here's a quick fact and a quick history about all the three scooters and why you should consider buying an Ather comparing to that of the rival brands. Well, first and foremost, these three scooters, although it has the range, the price, the capability that is higher than that considered to that of an Ather scooter, the three most important things that you need to know before stepping into the world of electric motorcycles, ladies and gentlemen. The first and foremost thing is going to be the range. Range is always important, ladies and gentlemen. And in that segment, we might be considering that the Ola is the topmost segment. But I'll come to that disadvantages of that, range in a little while, right? The first is going to be the range, and number two is going to be the power source. How many power source, how engaged they are, how the companies are striving towards the near future in arranging a lot of power sources in the city and nearby you. Well, that you might need to check out. And number three, is it going to be a fair good deal on a long run, ladies and gentlemen? Well, first and foremost, before going into the advantages of the Ather, let me tell you some of the bad bits that need to be corrected in the rival companies, right? So, first and foremost, let's start off with the obvious one, the Ola S1 and the S2 Pro, the latest generation 2023 model. First and foremost, comparing to that of an Ather scooter, the Ola S1 Pro has everything above and beyond ticked about on every single box compared to that of Ather, ladies. But here's the biggest issue. Whatever the range they are claiming as well as the range they are claiming, other bits of that are zero, ladies and gentlemen. So, as I told you before, the three main factors of buying an electric scooter. Number one is going to be the range. The range, I'll give it that to the Ola scooter. As of right now, it gives about 120 kilometers. Please do comment in the comment section below if I'm wrong. So, only that is a substantial figure on that, and only that thing can be said that is good about the Ola S1 and the S2 Pro. Other things, well, how can I put it? It's just a fire hazard. You might have seen a lot of news articles on the on the social media floating about how Ola scooters are getting burnt due to a lot of failures in there. Well, the first and foremost thing why it is actually failing is going to be the ECU box, which is kept right below the seat, and the heat transmitted from the sun obviously gets transferred into the seat, which is a leather seat, and externally it gets heated up. And also the cooling function on the Ola S1, and although they have said the S2 Pro has been completely revised from the ground up, I'm not sure how much it is going to be affected in the future, because as of right now the Ola S2 Pro is not that much of a sold because people are still afraid to bounce into that market. Right, because the bike is starting to get burned, and also due to its higher capacity battery, as well as lower thermal efficiency. Let's not get too deep into the details on why it is burning. Let me keep it simple and straight. Remember the older Samsung Galaxy Note 7 Edge, and why did it burn? Same goes to that the Ola scooter. Well, that's one thing. Number three is gonna be, is it a a value for money in the long run? Hell no, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you why. Because when you buy a motorcycle, you must have a good company and a friendship between you as well as the customer service as well as the sales rep of this particular company brand, because they are only going to be telling you what updates they're going to be available, they're going to be installing new upgrades, new parts. And if you're not in a brother sister relationship with the company, then they are not going to be in line with you when they release new products or so, and they might not help you out in the long run. And whether this scooter is little bit cheaper compared to that of a Ather, it's not a value for money because the customer support is pretty bad. There is no service reliability on that scooter, as well as there's no power sources out there too, because this requires a different plug output than that of an Ather. Well, I'll tell you more about the advantages and disadvantages of the S1 Pro when I do a separate video on that. I don't want to make this video entirely about that. Well, I just want to pick out all the minute stuff that they missed out and that Ather has, right? Well, on the next part of this, ladies and gentlemen, we have thought about the Ola scooters, as well as the next one is going to be the TVS iQube and the Bajaj Chetak, ladies and gentlemen. Both have a different spectrum of scooter in the world of EV segment. One has a lesser range and no charging functionality outside your home. Another has no functionality at all, ladies and gentlemen, both in the power source department as well as the range department, ladies and gentlemen. So combine these two, bring up what you need to know, and it's up to you, ladies and gentlemen. But again, before any company sues me, I'm not shading on any other companies, ladies and gentlemen. And before you guys type in the comments saying that this video is sponsored by Ather, hell no, ladies and gentlemen. They have no clue of who I am. Remember, I'm not that much of a big ass YouTuber. I'm just popping on the YouTube scene. So well, they have not sponsored this video. Yes, they did give me a vehicle for test drive, but that is only for 2 days, and that vehicle has gone back to the showroom to them itself. So they're not sponsoring this video itself. This video is entirely on my opinion and the amount of vehicles that I've driven in the world. So this is accumulated by all my opinions and I'm giving to you. So anyway, enough of the blabbering. Let's get to the top 5 advantages of the Ather scooter and why you should consider buying an Ather scooter today. But before buying it, don't believe what I ever say. Just go take a test drive and then make it. So ladies and gentlemen, off the bottom, starting out of the number 5 on the list is going to be the charging as well as the charging infrastructure, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, let me tell you, charging in your homes, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, most of the EV companies in India do not provide I'm speaking this only for mopeds and motorcycles, not for cars. That's a separate video. I need to do a little bit more research on them, and before that, this is only for motorcycles and mopeds, right? They do not have a supercharger facility at your home. None of the motorcycles in India provide that facility, but still they do have all the supercharger facilities at your local companies as well. When it gets to 80 and next after that, it needs to be slower down so that you can preserve the battery life in the long run, right? In that sense, both of them are available in the Ather scooter, and it is unlocked. The optimized charging is unlocked in the first 200 kilometers or so. But the auto power cutoff feature is always on, starting from 0 kilometers all the way up to 1 lakh or 2 lakh kilometers or whatever you drive, right? So that's main thing. So I have used that feature also, and usually most of the time people who are driving, they do put the chargers, for the scooter at night. So that's pretty cool. And that relieves the stress of a fire hazard happening anytime in the near future at your home. That's a risky price, right? So that's the charging, that's the benefit of having an Ather scooting charger facility compared to that of the others. Next thing is the charging infrastructure, whether this is available outside your home and at a local bar or places around you. First and foremost, you might have the idea that most of the charger facilities are available only at companies or at certain places. Why? No. This is where you're wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Ather has almost, I think so, 26 to 28 locations of charging facilities around Coimbatore and about 1300 to 1600 and still developing in the world of charging facilities across India, ladies and gentlemen. Well, why I'm telling you as a special point in the advantages, let me give you a clear explanation. Most of the other companies outside Ather has a charging facility they have a collaboration between them and a Chinese company. So whenever you're charging a facility, you're charging your scooter or your car at a specific location, outside the company, there's mostly a middleman there to charge your vehicle. It's simply like, it's a Chinese manufacturing that is doing all the charging facility outside the company. So it's gonna be on or sometimes it's gonna be off. And if it is gonna be off, the company doesn't care about how the charging works or is it running or anything like that. That is not the case for the Ather. All of the 1600 locations, charging facilities that I told you are all maintained as well as manufactured by Ather themselves. So if you do end up at a charging location and you do find out the charger is not working, you just hit them up on your local call to your local Ather dealer and they'll come and fix it for you, and by the time you can charge it around the next place. I know it's still a little bit difficult to find chargers, but still it is a developing field. So that's why the charging and the charging facility as well as the charging infrastructure on the Ather is absolutely 10 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen. And they do have supercharger facilities at their own, at your local dealers too. I'm not sure about the rates and stuff. I'll make a video if I do get the chance to buy a motorcycle from them. But that's on a separate video, right? Number 4 on the list, I do have notes separately written for what and all I should say because I should not forget it, right? Number 4 on the list is going to be the range of this motorcycle, ladies and gentlemen. Compared to that of the other motorcycles like the Ola, the TVS iQube, the Bajaj Chetak, which do get a huge range compared to that of an Ather, here's the biggest issue. They all work efficiently when they do have a certain amount of charge. This works every time, ladies and gentlemen. If they say 105 kilometers of range on a full battery, it works at 105 kilometers of range. That's pretty cool. And the performance on this, which is the number 3rd on the advantages of this, is absolutely 10 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen, because this performs the whole 9.6 9.6? Yeah, 9.6. 10 PS of power with 26 Newton meters of torque works every time. Whatever the charge may be, ladies and gentlemen, comparing to the rivals, which doesn't work all the time. Might have known. If you have not seen that video of me test driving the Ather, both of my videos are here. Link is up on the screen. Links are down in the description and it will appear on the end screen. But that's number 3 on the list. The performance, whatever the battery percentage is and whatever your driving style is and whatever driving mode is, it works absolutely fabulous without any disturbance or without any heating issues, ladies and gentlemen. And our number 2 on the list is going to be handling and the thermal performance, ladies and gentlemen. Handling, as I told you before, it's as simple as a normal combustion engine scooter because it has the same layout, the same blueprint as that of a normal combustion scooter, right? I already told you this on the first 2 parts of this video. Well, it has the same front telescopic upside down forks, the single monoshock suspension, double disc brakes, so the handling is absolutely perfect. With the amount of preload and compression ratios, they have adjusted this and you cannot feel the bumps. I already told you about it. And why am I talking about the thermal things on this? So ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. Well, as I was telling you about the thermal capacity on this motorcycle. Well, why am I insisting on the thermal capacity on this motorcycle? Because when you're going into a combustion engine, you get heat, right? The temperature rises and at a certain temperature, the vehicle starts to shut down. It needs a lot of rest, right? The same is going to be happening on an electric motorcycle. Whether it be an electric motorcycle or electric car, ladies and gentlemen, the same rule applies, right? Here's the best issue, the best part of Ather compared to that of its rival. Well, the first and foremost thing that you need to do to reduce the thermal capacity of a motorcycle is bigger batteries and more space for it to breathe. That's what they have done with the Ather Scooter compared to that of the other rivals, and why this has lower power compared to that of its rivals, and why this has higher range capacity compared to that of its rivals, and why this has not yet caught in any other fire major accidents compared to that of its rivals. Well, as I told you before on a previous video, this has a 3.8 kilowatt hour battery producing a 10 PS of power with 26 Newton meters of torque. But here's the best part of that. It only uses 1.9 to 2.9 kilowatt of hours on a normal usage, and the rest of its 1.9 kilowatt hour battery is used entirely by nothing. It's just substantial and just used for thermal reducing, and that's why the battery never gets heated up, because it's never been used to its full potential compared to that of its rivals. And that's why this has not yet burned to the ground. When the company started till now, there has been no fire accidents or no fire breathing or nothing happening to the Ather compared to that of its rivals, ladies and gentlemen, because it has a breathing space as well as a free amount of battery watts that it uses to cool down the battery when it is being used to the absolute most, ladies and gentlemen. And if you do want to use all of its 3.9 kilowatt hour battery, the only place where you can use the entire 3.9 kilowatt hour battery is your local racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. Video idea coming up soon. But that's the particularly absolutely amazing thing about this scooter, ladies and gentlemen. And that's number two what I wanted to tell you about that. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to tell you, the power to weight ratio on this scooter is absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. I have already told you about this, ladies and gentlemen. This produces 10 PS of power with 26 Newton meters of torque, and the placement of the battery as well as the placement of the motor, because the placement of the battery is on the floor compared to that of its rival, and also the placement of the motor, which is on the chassis side, and it has no tension. I have told you about this on a previous video, ladies and gentlemen. There is no tension when both of you are sitting on a motorcycle. There is no tension, no preload on the motor, and that reduces the stress and strain of the motor, and that's why it gives 105 km range compared to that other brands of motorcycle which has the same normal type of hub motors which is placed on the back wheel, and when you do sit on top of on the back side of the motorcycle, the weight of your body is going to be pressing down on the motorcycle, and absolutely next thing you're going to be is on the batteries, on the hub motor, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why it's getting heated. That's why there's no room for thermal cooling, as well as there is no range, as well as fire accidents happening. This side, nothing is happening, ladies and gentlemen. The motor is placed in a combustion way, such that no weight on how much amount of weight you put on the motorcycle, no amount of stress is going to be applied on the battery, as well as on the ECU box, as well as on the motor. So that's why the range is absolutely phenomenal, as well as there is no fire accidents as of now. And the center of gravity, because the battery is placed on the flat ground, is absolutely fantastic, as well as the weight of the scooter is bare minimum, so that both men and women and taller riders and shorter riders can easily flicker it through and around the city, ladies and gentlemen. Well, with that said, hitting up on the number one spot on why you should consider buying an Ather motorcycle, and why this is the major advantage of the motorcycle, ladies and gentlemen, considering the fact and crossing over that this motorcycle produces, cost over $500,000, which is 1,70,000 rupees, which I'm exaggerating a little bit, but still 1,70,000 rupees. But here's the best part, ladies and gentlemen. The 1,70,000 rupees that you're paying upfront to buy the scooter, on the long run, let's say a couple of years pass, you're going to be earning it in, let's say, approximately within about a year and a half, ladies and gentlemen. On the long run, as of right now, all the Ather scooters owners that I have spoken with, as well as I have seen on the YouTube videos, they are all said that the 1,70,000 that they put into buying the scooter, they have earned it through a course of 6 to 8 months, because there's no petrol cost, right? There's no maintenance cost on this compared to the rival motorcycles. and also there's no software related cost or any of the miscellaneous cost that comes with owning an electric motorcycle. So basically you get a scooter for free. You're gonna earn back all the money that you used in saving. So in the long run, this is absolutely one of the best scooters to buy. But don't get my word for it. Please go take a test drive at the local dealer. I know this from a personal fact because I've been following these guys for a long time, and I know that this company is doing bits, as well as I have visited this company when they ever first started 5 years back in my local area, and till now I have been following in. So as of now, this is why they gave me, I mean, they believed me and they gave me a scooter for review purpose, because I have been updated with them, as well as there has been a secret group on the Gmail app where Ather community is formed, and there are a lot of stuff going on the background on improving the scooters range, the battery, the thermal capacity, as well as the construction of the charger facilities. There has been so much hell lot of things that are going on behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen. Within a few years, you might see a lot of Ather scooters on the street, ladies and gentlemen, and with that moving forward into the world of EV and reducing the carbon footprint, Ather is doing something mad and something good compared to that of other motorcycles, ladies and gentlemen. In terms of range and everything else, well, that's one thing I wanted to say. And what else? Did I miss anything? Did I forget anything? Please do comment in the comment section below. And thank you so much to all the viewers who have watched my my older videos. I didn't think that this video will get so many views, but thank you so much to all the followers and all the subscribers you have seen it. So if you are a new subscriber, hi, my name is Sunil. I do a lot of content on everything. If you do like this video, hit the like, hit the subscribe, turn on the bell notification so that you will receive all of the newest downloads and newest uploads on my channel. And well, if you're seeing videos a little bit late, 5-10 days apart, just just see that I'm doing some madness behind the scenes, and I want to bring some quality footage as well as quality videos to you guys, for you guys to see. So that's why the time is little bit elaborated, but I do try to keep a lot of videos on the channel. So if there is any delay, just remember that I'm doing some good quality work behind the scenes and good quality research on videos. And also I'll try to keep 2 videos a week for sure, ladies and gentlemen, other than the quality stuff. That's it. Thank you so much for watching another video. Hope you like this video too, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care and peace.